Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Basketball, that's a good idea. All right, here we go. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. We're coming to you from the heart of Mandarin. You know where we're at on Tuesdays. We love it. We are at Hurricane Jointed Creek in the heart of Mandarin. Man, look at this menu. It is chock full of great stuff. Entrees, all kinds of seafood. We're right next to the Jointed Creek right here. Of course, they got seafood. They got burgers, Mac Daddy Burger, Hangover Burger, bacon guacamole burger, mushroom burger, on and on and on. And do not sleep on the tacos. They have a wonderful taco selection here. A lot of people don't think Hurricane Jointed Creek tacos and quesadillas. Look at this. Incredible. I've gone through a bunch of them. Wonderful menu. Just a great place to hang out. We are in Mandarin, the heart of Mandarin at Hurricane Jointed Creek. Terry Norvelle right here. Patrick Young just landing, I do believe, in Charlotte for his duties tonight. Pat, you guys, I hope, made it safe and all to Charlotte. You're in the airport, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Thank God.
It's been a few times where, that rough towards landing. Well, it gets a little just like the flight attendants. You're not getting a drink. It's only an hour-long flight, so they're not giving you a beverage.
Sure.
No way.
Sure. Well, I'm so glad you guys have made it there, and we don't need to talk about the national tragedies, but man, it's a scary time right now, and I know air travel is safer than auto travel. It really is. If you look at all the stats, but man, it's our country's been spooked a little bit recently, so we're so glad you guys got,
especially with air travel, man. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, Pat. So you're heading up to your TV duties tonight and tomorrow.
It's always nice when on a day like today I get a Gator game. Always great.
In a nice Gators play at 7 o'clock, Oklahoma. First of all, as always, what are you wearing? Well, I need to know the ensemble. What do we got tonight? What are we wearing tonight?
I don't think it's anything fancy.
Come on.
I need to go back to Indochino to get some more dress shirts because I've gotten a little thicker, Terry. I've gotten a little thicker.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
Are you going tie tonight? Or are you going just blazer?
No tie.
Okay.
I got those dress shirts that's the Mandarin kind of Chinese collar.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like it the most because I don't have to wear a tie.
And they're versatile. Yeah. And you can wear a tie every once in a while, but you can still look dressed up. Who are we working with tonight? Do you know yet?
I don't know. I probably should have looked at my email.
Yeah.
Okay. What it said.
So
it's usually Ron on Tuesday.
So you and Slay probably in Dari tonight, SEC Network. And Pat, I've got I'm showing Oklahoma, Florida, A&M, Mississippi State. Hell of a game that should be.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
And does South Carolina get their win tonight? Do they get a win tonight against LSU?
Who they got?
LSU. At LSU.
No. Maybe. So LSU's problem, both of these teams, LSU's problem is that they have great athletes. Nobody that's like, gonna wow you out. Like they're amazing type guys. Like they've had some really good NBA players in the past, but they're turnovers, man.
Yeah.
They turn the ball, and then South Carolina, it's always within the last 5 minutes of games that they're in that they just forget how to take care of the basketball themselves.
That's got to rip their heart out, doesn't it? And I'm probably a lot like you. I never played on really bad teams. And see, I was a baseball guy, but I played basketball. I played basketball when I was young, and I played football. I never played on really bad teams. That must be hard when you look at a South Carolina. They're 0 for. Everybody in the country knows they're 0 for. Every day they go to class and people know. That's got to be really hard, isn't it?
I didn't even think about that aspect of it, but yeah, you're right. It's got to be really hard. Dang, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, Pat, think about when you went to class at Florida. You were going to the Elite Eight, the Elite Eight, the Elite Eight, and the Final Four, for God's sake. you couldn't wait to go to class, right? You walked in, hey, I'm Patrick Young, right?
Yeah, maybe once or twice. maybe a little bit.
Hey, Pat,
That's funny.
I'm let's get to Florida, Oklahoma. The 7:00 game. Florida's at home. They should win tonight. Patrick Young, I am comfortable now saying this, and you can jump on if you want. Patrick Young, I've seen enough basketball this year. I've seen Auburn play a bunch. I've seen Florida play a bunch. I've seen Alabama. I've seen Tennessee. I've seen Iowa State. I've seen Houston. I've seen on and on and on. Patrick Young, I'm right now proclaiming on a neutral court, I think the Florida Gators are the best basketball team in the country.
Ooh.
I think they're the best on a neutral. They don't have to play Auburn in Auburn.
Right.
They don't have to play Tuscaloosa.
And they won that game.
And Patrick, I've seen them all. And if everybody is relatively healthy across the country and they're playing on a neutral court, which you do in March Madness, I think the Florida Gators are the best team in the country.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Am I right? Are you ready to jump on that, or is it too early? Is it too early?
No, I remember talking to Chris Harry, beat writer for the Gators, been there for a while, and coming into the season, he's like, Pat, this is going to be by far the best team Todd Golden has.
Wow.
Because now every player here is a player he's wanted. Like he inherited some guys from Coach White that they weren't able to fit the mix. They weren't good enough.
Sure.
And now, I mean, goodness, I thought they were going to be good. And I predicted that they were going to finish high when I sent in my votes.
Yes,
but just to really see it, and then to see Denzel Aberdeen do what I thought he was going to do, and then Thomas Hout as well, unbelievable.
They've grown up right in front of our eyes.
Unbelievable, right in front of our eyes.
They've grown up right in front of our eyes. And the other thing that really,
I will jump on your bandwagon, Terry. I will.
Okay. I'm welcome. And Patrick, the other thing that really excites me about this Florida basketball team is they can beat you in a number of different ways. They're not just a one-trick pony. You may catch a Sweet 16 game where you have to score 104. Well, they can score 104.
Yeah,
you may catch an Elite Eight game where it's 64-62. Well, I think they can do that game too. I think they've. I'm all in with this Gator basketball team. I think they are really, really good. And Patrick, they are.
I just can't believe
the
depth, man. Like, from the front court and the back, like they have such depth. Like Walter Clayton doesn't have to play hero. He doesn't have to play hero ball.
No, he doesn't.
But the fact that he can still knock down those heroes. The first three he made in the South Carolina game. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He on the wing about, I don't know, 5 steps past half court. Just like, oh, you're not going to guard me here?
Drilled it. Yes.
Drilled it. Man, I don't see any flaws in this team, man, right now, especially if Condon gets back and he's 100% when he gets back, and Micah continues to elevate his game. Like, I see no holes. I see no holes, Terry.
I mean, what about Micah Hanlogden? He comes in and plays 20 minutes. Obviously, he was winded he got winded a little bit, but my goodness, he's going to go in there. If he plays 20 minutes, he's going to get you 6 rebounds. He's going to block 2 shots. He's going to alter 2 shots, and he's going to give you 5 more fouls. 5 more down low fouls, so you don't have to worry about Chinyelu and these guys worrying about tippy-toeing in there if they have to go if I think Florida on a neutral court would have a great chance to beat Auburn because they'll just run bigs at Broome and Cardwell.
Yeah, and Chaney Johnson. And I don't think who has an impressive front court like Florida?
Gosh,
with as many guys. I mean, technically, it's 5 guys.
It really is.
It's Condon, Hauk, Chinyelu, Hanlogden, and Sam Alexis.
Yeah.
Like I don't know of any team that has a front court that deep.
No. And then your back court, you've got 4 assassin scorers when needed. Clayton.
Yeah.
Martin, Aberdeen, and Richard. I mean,
Yeah.
all those guys.
And
Every time they,
Did Elijah Martin play last game?
yes, Martin
He
played.
did. Okay, I couldn't
He,
remember.
he got back into the rhythm. Hey, you and I haven't visited since Saturday. Auburn, Alabama.
Yeah,
Auburn really won the game going away. I mean, I
yeah,
know
they did.
Alabama tied it at 65 late in the game. Auburn dominated that game. Did that surprise you at all? That they dominated
Yeah,
on the
it
road?
surprised me that Alabama was only able to make 5 3-pointers, 2 in the first half. For Auburn to be able to take that away on their home court, like that's the game. That
Yeah,
literally is Auburn winning that game. It's all but their race
yeah.
to win the SEC at this
It
point.
really is. They're sitting there now at 11-1. Florida's 2 games back. But man, I was impressed with Auburn. Just they jumped out 9. It was 9-0 before you could blink an eye. And again, Alabama made a little bit of a run. I never when
Yeah,
that game tipped off, I never thought Auburn was losing the game ever.
right.
Is Mark Sears pressing too hard? He looks like a classic. He's trying too hard, Mark Sears.
At times, yes. I think he reminds me of the guards they had 2 or 3 years ago with Javon Quinterly. Like
Yeah, I
those
remember him.
guys dribbled the ball a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Like he is really good at a lot of like his strengths, but also, yeah, I agree with you. I think he can be trying too hard out there, trying to
I think
force
he is.
things. Yeah, without a doubt. Because like I don't know when he bounced ever since he bounced back after because you remember gosh, who was that against? It was a SEC team that LSU at home that the coach didn't play him the whole second half. Coach Nate Oates did not play him the
Remember
whole
that?
second
I
half,
remember that well.
and
Remember that?
he bounced back pretty well after that. But I still those tendencies they're going to come back, especially when you've tasted success.
Yeah,
He led his team to a Final Four last year.
absolutely.
So this is a different team, and his role is still a significant one. It just might need to shift a little bit, and him becoming a little bit more of a distributor and a threat because
Yeah,
they got great weapons.
they really do. They got
Alabama does.
they got
Off the
athletes.
bench, they got great players. Yeah.
Oh, they got athletes. But man, you can almost see Mark Sears. You can almost see 100-pound weight on each shoulder. He's just carrying. It's almost like he knows he's a preseason All-American, first team, and he's carrying the weight. Man, I'd just like to see him just say, "To hell with it. Let me be Mark Sears. I run the team." He's so talented, so quick.
Yeah. He's so talented.
I don't know if he's got a game in the NBA, but his game in college is there.
I don't think he has a game. Maybe because he can shoot.
Yeah.
Obviously you can never discount. We can never discount a person's future really if they can shoot it
Sure.
as well as he can. So I mean, he's got a chance. He's got if he were a little bit bigger, it'd be even better for him. But shoot, man, he's made some good money in college. I'm sure. He's gonna be just fine. Whatever he ends up doing, wherever he ends up going.
Yeah, definitely. Pat, reviewing Saturday, you and I have yet to visit from all the great games on Saturday. Florida gets their win. We expected that. Auburn gets the big win. Man, I thought it was key. Early Saturday afternoon, Tennessee was getting worked by Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was working them. And, oh, by the way, on the other channel at the same time, Texas A&M was winning their game. Texas A&M is trying to chase down Tennessee. I thought that was a big comeback win for Tennessee as they're trying to fight off.
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee's trying to get a 2 seed. It's probably going to be either Tennessee or A&M getting a 2 seed. That was a big comeback win for Tennessee, I thought, Pat.
Yeah, it was. I honestly thought Vandy was going to take it. I wish I would have watched it to the finish. I didn't see how it finished up. But, yeah, hey, man, A&M, and I still don't think that they're not a great offensive team, but they're not like, I don't want to lie, but they just do like they encompass winning in terms of like how many ways you can do it. you can win a basketball. Obviously, you need to score more points than the other team, but like they'll kick your ass on the glass.
They will,
They'll
man.
they'll slow the game down. They'll turn you over like crazy. They'll switch their defense up.
Yep.
Uh, you know, out of nowhere, one of their other guys will start to kill you. And it's
Yep.
usually only Zurich and Wade Taylor, but
Taylor, yeah. Taylor.
that kid Garcia, he'll get you too. The Puerto Rican Dennis Rodman is what they call him. He is, man. He's one of the best offensive rebounders I've ever seen.
That's great, by the way. I will tell you this,
Puerto Rican
Patrick.
Dennis Rodman.
Isn't that great? That is a great description of that guy. He plays hard, man. I will say this. I don't know how deep Texas A&M is going to go in March Madness, but I'll tell you this. If March Madness was a back alley brawl and each team showed up in a back alley and just rolled their sleeves up and said, let's throw knuckles, I would take Buzz Williams' team against anybody in the country. They're a tough ass, grinded out team, man. They are tough.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man.
And they play like
I just really love really love how his guys, they just are all bought in and sold out on winning.
They really
Like
are.
Henry Coleman, man, he's I think it's his 5th year. He was at Duke his
Yeah.
first year, and he's been at A&M the last 4.
Yeah.
So really hoping for him, for his sake. Like he's just like one of those players where you're looking like, man, that guy reminds me so much of myself.
How long has
I
he
can't
been
help
there,
but
man?
cheer for.
How long has that
4
guy
years.
been there?
4 years, man.
He's been there forever, man. All right, we got some guys saying hello, and we got some guys saying what's our bracket for March Madness.
Yeah, we got to do something. Hey, I met with our boss today, Brent Martineau, early this morning.
Okay, nice.
And we definitely need to have a contest or something for March Madness.
Fun.
Let's figure out some prizes.
Hey, speaking of March Madness, and to our chat people talking about March Madness in the bracket, you probably don't realize this. I discovered it this morning. We are less than 1 month away from Selection Sunday. Today is February 18th. Selection Sunday is March 16th, Patrick. We're less than a month away from Selection Sunday in March. Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Great? Hey, when you played at Florida, obviously, all 4 years, you knew your teams were going to March Madness. How freaking awesome was that, knowing you weren't on the bubble? Well, you guys didn't have to meet and worry about the bubble. You were going to freaking March Madness every year.
I think we probably took that for granted because we never were in that situation. I think that would be a better question to ask if you could the year after I left.
Okay.
They ended up going to the NIT. Like the guys that were still there from our Final Four team, like you would ask Dorian Finney-Smith, Casey Hill, or Mike Frazier, Jacob Kurtz, ask them like, hey, what's it like? You guys have been a part of winning for so long, and now you're like average fighting to get in. Like, what's this like? It's a completely different feel. Because I don't want to say it's, I played for some teams professionally that we were on the bubble of making it into postseason play.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do celebrate, but like great teams for the most part, because I can't make this a general statement over everything, but great teams on a consecutive basis across all sports typically never have to celebrate making it to the playoffs.
Nice. Very well said. Very well said.
There's some exceptions, like the 8-8 New York Giants twice that went to the Super Bowl. So I can't say that, but I'll say 99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
Terry.
Nice. That is. Hey, let me ask you one other question, Pat. When your Florida teams went to March Madness, and everybody knew you were going, you weren't sweating it out, and all you guys were doing was probably met at Coach Donovan's house or at a banquet room around the campus, and saw where you were sent to.
Usually Selection Sunday, for the most part, we had made it to. No, my freshman year, we got knocked out in the semifinals.
SEC.
Yeah, and we won it my last year, and championship game my junior year. Can't remember the sophomore year. Oh, sophomore year got knocked out in the semifinals against Kentucky. So yeah, we were always together when we were watching that stuff.
When you guys went to your site, first and second round site, obviously you went 4 times to 4 sites. Was it and there were a bunch of schools there because nobody's been eliminated yet. When you
Right.
get there, I guess day or so before, was your family around? Did you spend family time? Did you
Yeah.
see other teams in the lobby? Did you
Uh, Great
talk to
question. I
other
think,
guys? How did that work?
my senior class, us guys, we were gamers, man. So
Yeah,
we brought the Xbox or the PlayStation. So we were playing Scotty, Will, Casey, and I. We played a bunch of
yeah,
stuff together. Yeah, like if our families could make it to visit us,
yeah,
then we'd find a time, and all the guys, we'd all go and see. Like if Casey's family was there, we'd all go down there and
yeah,
say hello, and
yeah,
uh, that's why it was so special. Just like it wasn't just about the basketball; it was
yeah.
about seeing each guy's family and where they came from, and who's
Did
cheering
you get
for them, and knowing
did you
that.
get to fraternize with other teams that were in the same hotel or around
Uh,
at all, or
Sometimes, if you had a friend that you had on another team, like maybe from AAU, the circuit, then you would message them and try to link up with them somehow. But for
was
the
it
most part, it's hard to remember.
was it tough, Patrick? Do you remember maybe you're walking on the court with Florida, you're going to start your game, but the previous game ended and one team's fighting back tears, their season's over.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
No. I remember in Dallas, Kansas lost a heartbreaker in
Oh,
the
oh,
Sweet 16 or something like that. And just like
right.
we're waiting to go on the court, and they're just, I remember those guys walking off and just being, you know, yeah,
Just
just
zombies
just
probably.
just tears and sadness. And I can't remember who
Yeah.
beat them that year, but yeah, it was
Yeah. And Pat,
yeah,
you played enough sports, man. That moment when it's over, it's over.
yeah,
It's over. They're up. That was the ninth inning. That was the third out. That was the 40 minutes of basket. Yeah, it's over, man. That's tough. That is that is that is tough. All right, Pat, real quick tonight. We touched on it real quick. Florida should not have trouble with Oklahoma, correct? Even
no,
with
no,
even with Condon not playing, probably obviously missing
right.
another game.
I don't think they're gonna Oklahoma doesn't seem to. I think they've given up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Um, their freshman, the sensational freshman Jeremiah Fears, he has not been playing well at all these
Yeah,
last few games. The one kid that went crazy early in the season, Bryson Goodine, that made like I don't know 9 threes in the game against A&M early in the season.
yeah.
He hasn't been as hot. The kid Jalen Moore, keep an eye on him.
Okay.
He'll be their best player tonight on the floor, but he's going to struggle with the size that Florida's going to keep throwing at him. Like I think Florida, especially at home, Oklahoma literally like they don't have any money. They need a
Wow.
new state. They need a new arena, like
Wow.
money towards basketball.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
money for softball. They got money for gymnastics. They obviously they got money for football, but for some reason their basketball side is lacking.
And
Yeah, and I think Porter Moser. I think they're gonna need to change and get a different coach at some point here,
you,
Terry.
you
And
know, you just
you
took
know,
the words out of my mouth. Wasn't it like an hour and a half ago that Porter Moser was coming over from Chicago Loyola and Oklahoma was excited? I heard some people talking nationally this morning, and they were going, "Hey, man, Porter Moser, he may be on his last leg." I'm like,
yeah,
what in the
I think
world?
I
It
think they're
just
right.
it just never happened for him there, did it?
But I just heard too, man. Like I used to be friends with a guy that was with them, younger guy. He just graduated. He said,
Right?
Porter Moser, like he's a tough coach, man.
He looks like a hard ass.
He looks like he was a former military. You seen
Yeah.
guys, what's that movie, Platoon?
Yes. Yes.
He looks like the drill sergeant from the beginning. Like he reminds me of him. One,
Um,
2, 3, 4, 5,
yeah.
6,
Yeah.
7.
So Pat, we think Florida wins tonight comfortably. Then they have
Yeah,
LSU. They have LSU on the weekend, and then Georgia. We'll get to that in a little bit as the week plays on. South Carolina at LSU, maybe last chance South Carolina has to get a conference win. That'll be just fun to watch from that perspective. What about the rock fight that's going to take place tonight in Starkville, Mississippi? You've got, I think, the two toughest teams in the conference. Mississippi State coming off a really nice win over Ole Miss on the road, taking on Texas A&M. That should be a heavyweight brawl tonight.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like state's spittling a little bit,
Yeah.
spiraling.
Yeah.
They did have a good win against Ole Miss, a really good win against Ole Miss,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
But they just another team like just like A&M, they just don't have a second scorer like A&M does, State does. It's just Josh Hubbard, and he shoots a lot. I am just like so disappointed in Riley Kugel.
I know.
Like I didn't think he was gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be much better. At least the Riley we saw freshman year or something close to that.
Remember that?
Yeah, he just doesn't. I don't know what
he probably made it. He probably made a good decision though. He would have no minutes at Florida. Where would he be at Florida?
I know, right?
He would have no minutes. Pat, we depending on your.
He's not playing over any of the guards. He's not playing over Denzel Aberdeen.
He's not playing over Denzel or anybody. Pat, we're going to let you go on this. Obviously, tomorrow you'll still be in Charlotte. We're not sure about your schedule tomorrow. What about Wednesday slate? Here's your Wednesday games. Vanderbilt at Kentucky. Both teams need that win. I mean, Vandy really needs that win. How about Arkansas at Auburn? Arkansas needs one more big win, maybe.
Yeah.
And how about Alabama? I think this is upset alert. Alabama at Missouri in the late game. In the late game tomorrow, Pat. Talk about those.
Ooh, man, which one to worry about the most? It wouldn't be I'll start with Arkansas. After seeing Arkansas go on the road and win in Kentucky, obviously Auburn is a different team. Right?
Yeah.
Auburn's lost at home, obviously to a really good Florida team, but there's a chance they're playing better. Arkansas is playing much better. Missouri, I fully agree. They have a really good team in terms of just turning. They're averaging 10 steals a game. They're leading the SEC with 10 steals. So like they really get after you. And I think that's Alabama, kryptonite, like turnovers.
I agree.
Usually most of their losses, the common thing is they have 20 plus, and then man, I really like this Kentucky team. I can't lie to you, Terry.
Yeah, I know you've said it all year.
I really like watching them play. I'm impressed by Vanderbilt too, but I just don't think they have. I mean, they might have it, man. They almost did it at Tennessee.
I know.
But, this is the Tennessee team that got blown out 2 times by Kentucky this year. So,
I
don't know. What do people always say? The parity of the SEC?
Yeah. I don't know what to make
of it. Anybody can beat anybody?
Yeah. I don't know what to make of Tennessee this year in basketball. I know they're good somewhere down there. Most times I watch them, they scuffle around, but that they've got a good team in there somewhere. That must be driving Rick Barnes nuts this year. I think. Anyway. All right, Pat, let me let you go. Get on to your hotel, get your new clothes on, and we'll be watching you tonight at halftime of the games. And then, of course, tomorrow at halftime of the games. Look forward to your work, buddy. And if we can squeeze you in tomorrow, great. If not, we totally understand.
Yes, absolutely. I should be able to jump on, especially talking about a Gator win and these other games today. So,
and we'll let Pat go. I think we lost a connection there. He's probably in that automobile tunnel there. So we'll let Pat go. He's in Charlotte. Remember, you can watch Patrick Young tonight on television, the SEC Network. Halftime of all the games. They break it down as good as anybody. He'll be with Ron Slay, I believe, the former Tennessee guy. Pat and Slay, they work great together. You'll enjoy that. Darian Noka, I think, will be on the call tonight as the host. And then, of course, Pat will hang around until Wednesday and do the same work on Wednesday. All right, good first segment. A lot of college basketball because, well, college basketball is starting to take over the sports calendar. When we come back, speaking of the sports calendar, let's take a look what's going to happen in and around the world of sports the next 6 weeks or so. We'll kind of set the major sporting events that we're going to start tracking as spring is about to be sprung. No news on the Jaguars general manager pursuit. It appears that I think tomorrow they start interviewing the final 5. I would imagine before the end of the week you're going to have an announcement. But nothing new. You're not missing anything with the Jaguars and the general manager news. All right, we're off and running. We're live at, of course, Hurricane Joint the Creek. We're here every Tuesday. You know about the burgers. You know, what about the entrees? What about the seafood they throw your way? Tropical mahi-mahi, coconut shrimp, island grilled shrimp, fried shrimp basket, on and on and on. Seafood fair. How about big-time, big boy hamburgers, burgers? How about the Mac Daddy Burger, Hangover Burger, bacon guacamole burger? It goes on, and I always tell people, do not sleep on the tacos and the quesadilla on the menu. They are sneaky great. People don't think tacos when they think Hurricane for some reason. Grilled steak and avocado taco. That sounds good. Baja fish taco, chicken BLT taco, coconut shrimp, tiki taco. It goes on and on. What a menu. What a place to hang out in the heart of Mandarin. Hurricane Joint the Creek. Back after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
All right, it is a Taco Tuesday at Mandarin Hurricane. That's right, we're in the heart of Mandarin at Hurricane. You know, by now we're right at the foot of the Jointon Creek Bridge. This is probably, I'm going to go ahead and say, the best, most community-oriented restaurant hangout in Mandarin. It is a family-friendly, sports-friendly, bring the team after the game, have your banquet here, indoor, outdoor dining, a menu that's just expansive. They can take great care of you, be it seafood, of course, we're close to the water, be it hamburgers, be it traditional fare that you would expect at a place like Hurricane Jointon Creek, and they'll cater to your group and do a super job. I really I laud the great owners here, Josh and Callie. They were, this is a great testimonial. They hung out here as a couple. I mean, they just loved Hurricane Jointon Creek over the years and found out that there's a chance they could buy the damn place, and they did. I mean, that is about as good a testimonial as you can have. The owners, the operators, they love the place. They fell in love with the place, and they know what a wonderful, just kind of community get-together establishment. And communities need these kind of establishments. And Callie and Josh, they've done a super job keeping the feel going. It's a good vibe when you come in, and it can be date night. It can be bring the team up. It can be hang out with the fellas and watch some ball. And boy, you heard us talk. We're less than about 3.5 weeks. If you're looking for a place in Mandarin to watch the action, you can't go wrong right here at Hurricane Jointon Creek. All right, Big Ben is producing. I haven't even said hi to Ben. Benjamin, back in the world headquarters. Benjamin Dobbins.
Hello.
How the heck are you doing? Where are you at? I hear you. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
What's new? There you are. Hello.
Hi.
Do you sleep in that dolphin hoodie thing?
I think so. Yeah. I don't take it off.
Hopefully you have more than one of those, because I see you in that every time I ever see you.
The funny thing is, I actually do. I have two of the exact same hoodie.
You do? Okay. That makes me feel better, because I've probably seen you in person, or like this. I'll consider this in person. I've probably seen you 20 times in my life, and you've been wearing that every time, all 20 times.
Well, it's been cold every time.
Ben. Okay. Good answer. What about this cold? Please tell me this is the final snap, right? Final cold snap?
I hope so. I hate the cold. I live in Florida.
Oof. Yeah. And Ben, so you're kind of like Rand McNally. You're all over the map. So you're Ben Dobbins, our fill-in producer, who's doing a great job. You are originally from Orlando.
Yep.
But you like the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
While you live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yep.
Talk to me, Ben. Talk to me, brother.
I should be a Buccaneers fan, because Orlando, that's where, like, closest to the Buccaneers. That's where that's what they show on TV is the Buccaneers games. And obviously, Jacksonville. I live in Jacksonville now, so probably should have been a Jags fan.
You just graduated from UNF?
Not yet. About
to graduate with a degree in what?
Sport management.
A degree in what? What? Sports management.
Yep.
Right? Okay. All right. Well, Ben, you're probably figuring this out if you've been in Duval County any length of time. I pretty much, not a lot happens in this area without me knowing about it, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I've got operatives pretty much scattered all over North Florida. And with that being said, Ben, as I understand that you, as mild-mannered as you look, as honest and sweet as you appear to be, some of my operatives have told me that you might be embroiled in a major sports controversy.
And what's that?
I understand that as a side gig, in addition to this side gig, you officiate some UNF intramural sports events and activities on
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
I recently found out that you actually also participate as a player in some of these UNF intramural sporting event contests, and your friends then are the officials of the game of which you are participating in. Is that correct, Ben Dobbins?
Yes. But everyone,
Ben Dobbins.
everyone,
I don't like it.
plays.
That is, hey, ignorance is not a defense. Okay, I don't like it. That smells like, has the mafia infiltrated the campus off of St. John's Bluff or wherever that's at? It smells as if the mafia has got you, Ben, by the the short hairs. The short hairs, Ben. Are you a member of the mafia?
No, we haven't won yet. So
well, that doesn't say anything. Should you have won but you lost? That counts as well, Ben.
Should you have won but you lost? Yes, that actually happened. We should have won a game, but we lost it because
you realize there's a couple ways to throw a game, right?
Oh yeah.
You can throw a game by having the most points, or you can throw a game by having the less amount of points. Ben, I don't like anything I'm hearing. This concerns me. And Ben, I don't know if you've done much homework on me in this show. This is a wholesome, all-American, a clean-cut show here. Myself and Patrick Young could run for president. He's so clean-cut. He might be our president in 12 years. Ben, are you going to soil our reputation? I need to talk to you about this here, brother. Ben.
I don't think so.
I've worked hard for my reputation in this town, okay? When you think Terry Norvelle, you think clean-cut, honest Abe. All right, Ben. How's the intramural season going? How y'all doing?
Pretty good. Well, we're not doing good, but officially.
Now, what position? Nobody cares about the official. What position when Ben Dobbins, when you put the whistle down and you put the cleats on, what position are you playing in this competition? Cornerback.
Yeah,
Are you like Revis Island? Are you locking them down? What do you do?
No, we play more zone.
Okay.
Really?
Have you got a taunting penalty yet? You look like a taunter to me.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've gotten a taunting penalty, but I've probably got a penalty for talking too much. Like as
no,
in, like,
I can't believe that. I can't believe.
Refs.
Now, do you play both ways, or are you just defense?
I used to, but not too much anymore since we have so many players. And
have you scored any touchdowns before in this intramural? Ben,
I might.
Whoa!
I don't remember. Not this season, no.
Ben, let me stop you.
Yep.
Before you answer officially, remember, God and Santa are always listening. Have you scored any touchdowns, Ben?
This season, no. But maybe.
Okay, fair enough. Good answer.
Maybe a couple seasons ago. I'm not 100%.
Now, right now, if we lined you up, gave you time to stretch, put you some track shoes on, and we went right out that back door where you're at, UNF is right behind our studio, right? If we put the electric watch on you, what will your 40 time be right now, Ben Dobbins? Right now, Ben Dobbins. You look fast. I can't lie. You look fast.
Yeah, I've never done anything. I've never done a 40.
What do you think? 4.6, 4.7, 4.8?
Probably.
Hey, the big fat linemen do 5.2. Okay.
I'm beating that 100%.
You look fast. I can't lie. All right, Ben, let's take a look at just kind of setting people's as we're heading towards spring. Have you heard? Spring is around the corner, Ben. Have you heard?
Yep.
Hopefully we're setting we moved the clocks here before. I think we moved the clocks on March the 9th. It is right before the Players' Championship because obviously you can't play the Players' Championship when it gets dark at 5:10. So the clocks will be moved. I think it's Sunday. Can you look and see if March 9th is a Sunday? See if you can peek that up. I think March 9th we moved the clock, so we'll have daylight later. And, okay, so I think that is it because the players here we go. I just wanted to throw these out because we're playing our way through winter and spring is around the corner. Here are some of the, you ready, Ben? Here are some of the dates, some of the bigger sporting events. Okay, today is February the 18th. How about this? 2 days from now, February 20th, MLB spring training. That just sounds like spring, doesn't it?
Yeah,
spring,
I mean, it has spring in it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good, Ben. Really good. Good job, Ben. Spring training, February 20th. How about this? And you'll enjoy this because you're an NFL fan, like I can tell by your jersey. February 24th, which is not far away, through March 3rd, the NFL Combine. Ben, you like the Combine, right? It's pretty fun.
I love the Combine itself.
You like how many bench presses? What was the 40-yard? All that stuff.
40 is my. I like watching the 40 the most.
Yeah. I understand that it's been in Indianapolis for a long time. Obviously, it's a dome. You have to do it in a dome this time of year. You can't do it up north with the cold. But man, wouldn't the Combine be cool to be down here? Wouldn't it be cool to have the Combine?
Yeah.
Or at least travel, or at least much like the draft now, travel the Combine. Shouldn't the Combine travel a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's been there since 1987.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
And I get it. They now know everywhere. They know how to set up the 40. They know where the way. I get all that, but man, it would be cool to have the Combine bounce around, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like the Pro Bowl used. Not really. I mean, it kind of Hawaii, Las
Little
Vegas, Orlando.
Little bit. But the Combine, the NFL Combine, folks. I'm giving you just kind of a heading into spring sports calendar. Okay, so February 20th, a couple days from now, spring training. We know that everybody's starting to show up at their spring training. February 24th through March 3rd, the NFL Combine. March 13th through the 16th. Of course, that is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. March 6th, 13th through the 16th, the Players' Championship. So hopefully, Ben, we will have good weather in what is that, about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Today's the 18th. So the Players' Championship is only about 3 weeks away. And you always want good weather. You know what? If you can't get good weather the entire week, you want it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you certainly want it Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Did you know Scotty Scheffler has won it back-to-back?
I actually did.
And he's the best golfer in the world anyway, so I guess that makes sense. What about those payouts? The Players pays out like what, $2.3 million or something crazy?
Yeah.
He's won it back-to-back years, for God's sakes. Man, can you see what it pays out real quick?
Yeah, I'm looking up.
Yeah, see if you can find out. So the Players' Championship, folks, I'm kind of giving you a little spring sports calendar here. Players' Championship, March 13th, a Thursday, through March 16th, which, of course, is Sunday. Speaking of March 16th, how about this? The Players' Championship will wrap up on March 16th. Earlier that day, Ben, Selection Sunday. We'll know where everybody's going in March Madness. How cool is that?
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to watch that during the Players.
How cool is that?
TVs and stuff.
Love it. By the way, I love and always have. I love the Players in March. And it overlaps. It doesn't overlap necessarily with March Madness, the first and second round, but it overlaps with the conference championship games.
Yep.
And Selection Sunday. Selection Sunday will be around 6 o'clock, I think, on Sunday evening. And then about an hour later, the Players will end because, the Players will end around 7, right? Gosh, dang, what a great day. March 16th in our area. Selection Sunday and the Players' Championship. All right. March 20th through the 23rd. That's a 4-day period. That is March Madness round 1 and 2. You get paired either 20 and 22 or 21 and 23, right? You know how that works, right? Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday.
Yeah.
That is March 20th through the 23rd, the first weekend of March Madness. Speeding ahead to April 5 through 7, the men's Final Four. April 5th, Saturday, you'll have 2 games. Normally, it's around 6:30 and then 8:30. And then the 2 winners will play Monday, April 7th, the College Basketball National Championship. I think the Florida Gators will be cutting the net down, by the way. I've gone on record today as saying that. And then finally, we'll stop this. We're kind of looking ahead to the sports calendar the next 6 weeks or so. And this is the big boy. Nothing says springtime. Nothing says summertime. Nothing says, you know what, Ben? Whatever it is going to be okay. Nothing says that more than April 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. The Masters. The Masters. And can't you hear the music now? The little piano. Can you pull up any chance you could pull up the Masters music for me right now? Just to put me in the mood. They should blast the Masters theme song all over the world. They should certainly blast it in Ukraine, where Ukraine and Russia are fighting. Just play this music. Everybody will put their arms down. Is this not the most soothing music in the world?
Can you hear it?
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it, Ben. You're teasing me. Ben, you're teasing me. It's cutting in and out. You're teasing me now. Oh, behave, Ben. Behave. Oh. You know the music, though, right?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, and then Jim Nantz. Hello, friends. Welcome to Augusta National. I'm calling my 38th master. Hey, how about this? And he's done this for 1,000,000 years. Ben, this is when you're a big-time broadcaster. Your boy Jim Nantz, he'll call an entire NFL season, right? He'll call the big games. Jim Nantz. You know, you've heard of Jim Nantz, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Jimmy Nantz. He's done it. He's the preeminent television play-by-play guy in our era for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
He calls an entire NFL season. And you know the NFL is pretty big around this country, right? And Nantz has been considered the number 1 NFL play-by-play guy on TV forever, right? He calls an entire NFL season. A lot of times, depending on if CBS gets the Super Bowl, he calls the Super Bowl. Okay, you with me? He'll call the Super Bowl. Then he goes straight into March Madness, basically, and he calls all the way through the championship. I mean, that's big boy stuff right there now. That's his spring.
I didn't realize how much he did.
The Masters.
Yeah.
He gets into he goes from all that to the Masters. He'll go because keep in mind, CBS has had the March Madness Final Four for years, right? So he'll go Monday night college basketball national championship game. And he's done this for years. Thursday, the Masters starts.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Yeah.
How good is that?
Good guy.
And Ben, I think he's actually making a few dollars to do that.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
I think they pay him a little bit for that. So there's kind of a rundown the next 6 weeks or so. Spring training, it's always cool. This is a neat time of year. I always threaten that I'm going down to spring training, and I never do. Do you ever go to spring training? Watch a game or two?
I don't think so. I don't think I've been. I might have been once, but
I need to go. I always say I am, and I never do. I look up and spring training is gone. You know, you'll look up and the season will start. But spring training, you've got the NFL Combine. The Players' Championship is right around the corner. Selection Sunday is right around the corner, less than a month away. The first and second round of March Madness is March 20th through the 23rd. The NCAA Men's Final Four is April 5 through 7. And, of course, that gets us. Nothing says spring like the azaleas blooming in Augusta, right? I mean, isn't it amazing how the weather always breaks perfectly for the Masters? Perfect.
yeah.
Just gorgeous with the azaleas. And that comes up April 10 through 13, the Masters. All right, we just kind of wanted to set the stage. Can't you feel it, Ben? you can feel the change coming, right?
Oh yeah.
You can just.
It's still a little cold, but once this cold hopefully goes away, then it'll feel even more.
I agree with you. I agree. And what do we got? Another 3 or 4 days of cold probably, and then should this be it? This should be it, right?
I think Friday's supposed to be cold, really cold, but
cold again. Yeah, I think the rest of the week. I think the rest of this week, but you would think. And speaking of the Players Championship, hopefully this is the final cold snap because the last thing you want is, you don't want the girls not to be able to wear their sundresses out there, right? Right. I mean, right. There is a tradition here now. I mean, let's don't do anything stupid here, Mother Nature, right? Right.
Rainy and gloomy. No, I'm kidding.
No, rainy, gloomy does not say sundresses and high heels.
No,
Okay, I don't need rainy, gloomy.
Nope.
I don't need rainy, gloomy, and nor do the. By the way, I'm just going to go on a limb here, but I think I'm right. I would imagine a bunch of the ladies that are going already planning to go out to the Players. They've already got their sundress on order, right? It may have already been delivered, right? And they're right.
Yeah, especially the bougie ones, the ones that are already like a couple hundred,
Oh,
Those
behave.
planned out every day already.
Oh yeah, and of course the matching shoes, and of course the matching blisters that are coming with those shoes. Because why in the hell are you wearing heels walking around a golf course?
Oh yeah,
right.
It's long too.
Hey, but they're also some of them maybe Ben. And I'm going to say this quiet because I don't know if you're old enough to hear this, but Ben, some of those girls out there you'll see at the Players wearing their sundresses now, Ben, they might be out there looking for a husband. Ben, they might be looking for a husband. I don't want to say that too loud, Ben. What do you think, Ben?
Nope. I'm off
they call that, Ben, I think it's called advertising. It's what they're doing. Hey, spaghetti strap, little sundress. Hey, what's a few blisters on their feet as they're parading, and I say that word on purpose, as they're parading up and down the golf course? Ben, you don't know anything about that now. You're a happily almost wedded man, right?
Maybe.
Ben?
Maybe,
Why? Yeah.
All
right, let's get out of here. Before
I get in trouble.
Hey, before you incriminate yourself, let's catch our breath.
Yep.
Let's idle down a little bit from the sundresses. And anybody that's been to the Players knows exactly what I'm talking about. The Players equals spring sundress season. With all that, before Ben gets in trouble, let's take a break. Let's wrap up hour number one. We'll come back. We got a bunch of other stuff to get to. We'll do some trivia about 5:30. Ben, the NFL, as smart as they are, as much money as they are, as much knowledge as they can go by, I don't think they still have one issue where, unless they've done something without telling us, they are still stuck with a chain and two sticks. Think about that as we go to break. A chain and two sticks are still beating the snot out of the NFL. We'll talk about that on the other side. One down, one to go. Fun Tuesday edition unfolding right here from Mandarin, deep in the heart of Mandarin. We're at Hurricane Joint the Creek. Back after this quick timeout.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry. We still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
All right, I've said what I've said. I'm going to repeat it again. I said what I said. Okay, Ben, I have said what I've said. I think, and I'm making the proclamation today, February 18th. You can hold me to it. I don't care. I'm just going to tell you what I think. That's what I tell you. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. I think after seeing 3/4 of the college basketball season already been played. Okay, we're about 75% through. We've got 2.5 weeks or so. We've got the Power 4 conferences. They've got about 2.5 weeks. Then they have their conference championship week, which, you know, is like Wednesday through Sunday. And then we have Selection Sunday, and then it's game on, okay? So we are closing in on less than a month away from March Madness selection, okay? So basically, Ben, I'm not the only one, but I'm confident now. I've seen enough college basketball this season. I've seen them all. I've seen Auburn, who's on top of the poll. I've seen them a bunch of times. I've watched them a bunch of times. They've only lost 2 games. They've beaten a bunch of good teams. They've lost to Florida. I've seen Florida a million times. They'll play tonight. I've seen Tennessee. They were ranked number 1 in the nation for a long time earlier. They were 14-0. I've seen Alabama. You've seen Alabama. I've seen Houston, which is ranked 5th, and they are a threat to get a 1 seed. I've seen Duke. I know about Cooper Flagg. I know about Duke's history. I know about this. I know about that. I've seen Iowa State. I've seen on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I am ready today, right now, to proclaim that on a neutral court, I think Florida is the best basketball team in college basketball. I think, and the reason I say, well, we'll tell you what you're talking about. On a neutral court is where you will play all of your games. You will not play a team in March Madness on their court. Duke will not get to host Auburn like they did earlier in Cameron Indoor. Florida will not have to go knock off Auburn in Auburn. Florida in about 2 weeks goes to Tuscaloosa, a very tough road game. Well, that's great. But if Florida locks horns with Alabama in March Madness, that'll be at worst a neutral site. With all that said, I think Florida's the best basketball team in the country. I've seen them all, and hold me to it. And I'm going to throw this out. I've said it for years. I'll reiterate it because it's true. This is one of the more basic statements in sports, but it is so, so very true. It's hard to win championships. It is really hard to win championships. With that said, March Madness is about as cut and dry as it gets. When the field gets announced, and I don't care about the 68 play-in Tuesday night. I don't care about blah, blah, blah. When the 64 teams get selected and get sent out on their merry way, you can cut it, you can slice it, you can dice it. There's only one way to win the national championship in men's basketball in March Madness. One team, not two, not three, not four, one team will win 6 games in a row. That's the only way you can win it. That's the only way you can win it. You can go 5-1, that's great, you're in the Final Four. You can go 4-1, that's great, you were knocking on the door. You can go 0-1, and you may be disappointed. With that said, and the only thing that I think changes this would be massive injuries. I think Florida's going to be healthy. Condon is really the only one out. With Hanlogden coming in now, that's a 7-1, 5 more fouls, 5 points, 8, 9, 10 rebounds, 2, 3, 4 block shots a game. If they get 20 minutes out of him, Ben, I'm on record. I think Florida's going to win the national championship in basketball. I think they are clearly the best team in college basketball. What I think. That's not Terry Gator. That's not my orange and blue. If they ran into Auburn, I think Florida will run not 1, not 2, not 1, not 3, probably 4 big men at Janai Broome. I think they'll foul his ass out. And again, if everything holds, most people think Auburn's the best team in the country. And most people have thought Auburn has been the best team in the country, according to the eyeball test. You may be right. But if everything holds now, Florida and Auburn will probably be on opposite sides of the bracket. And if that's the case, they play in the national championship game if they all win their way, okay? Even if they're on the same side, but they're 1 seed, they won't play until Saturday. Florida and Auburn won't lock horns unless something dramatic happens over the next 28 days. Unless something dramatic happens, Florida and Auburn won't see each other until deep. Now, they may play each other in Nashville. And let me throw this out. The SEC basketball tournament in Nashville, which is coming up, it's always played in Nashville now. It's a great site. It's going to be a weird tournament. Your top 4 teams, everybody goes. All 16 go. Your top 4 seeds all get double byes. The tournament starts on Wednesday. The tournament wraps up on Sunday. So if you are not one of the top 4 teams, you've either got to win Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 in a row or 4 days in a row. That's tough. That is tough. The top 4 teams get double byes. So the Auburns of the world, the Floridas of the world, the Alabamas of the world, and then here it gets dicey. And again, this could play out deeper than this, but A&M, Tennessee, A&M. Your top 4 teams don't play Wednesday night in Nashville. They don't play Thursday. They play Friday. But I'm telling you, by the time this rolls around, and I want to tip my hat to the selection committee, they've done a really good job, in my opinion, over the years of realizing that the 25, 6, 7, 8 games or so that the big boys play during the regular season, that should trump, no pun intended, that should trump the 2 or 3 nights in Nashville. Long-winded way of saying, when Florida gets to Nashville, when Auburn gets to Nashville, when Alabama gets to Nashville as a top 4 seed, when Tennessee and or Texas A&M gets there, the damage for those guys has been done. I don't think it necessarily behooves you to win if you're Florida Friday night, then grind out a Saturday win, and then stay around and play another third game in 3 nights, 3 days actually, less than 3 nights, then jump on a plane and try to get ready for a Thursday or Friday game. I don't think there's a lot to be won for the big boys in the SEC basketball tournament this year. Greg Sankey won't want to hear that, but I think that's true. All right, Ben, I want to throw this out to you. I teased a moment ago, and this hit me this morning. You know, the NFL, and it's about this time every year, maybe a little bit later, the NFL, just like college football, will come out and say, hey, our competition committee, we've come up with a couple of tweaks to rules. We got new rules, new this, new that. Ben, are you back there?
Yep.
Ben, there you are.
Hello.
There you are. All right, so last year, one of the main things the NFL came out, and it's probably a little bit later than this, but in the offseason, but one of the NFL, and this blew me away, and it blew a lot of people away. The NFL came out last year and said, oh, by the way, we are always tweaking the game, and they should, right? They're always trying to tweak the game rules and applications and blah, blah, blah. They came out and said, oh, by the way, we've been doing this for the last couple of years, and we're going to continue. And what they said they've been doing, they said, we have had minuscule microchips in the football. Yeah. They have microchipped. They didn't tell anybody. And they said this last year going into the season. They said, we have been experimenting for a couple of years with and you've heard that over the years. They should put microchips in the football to spot the ball, and mainly for first downs, right? How barbaric. So the NFL, so they said that they had done that last year, and they were going to continue this past year we just wrapped up. And Ben, I don't know if you thought this through, but isn't it almost comical and ironic that the National Football League, you know, the massive entity that it is. It is the 8,000-pound gorilla. The NFL, they know what the hell they're doing. They have almost bottomless resources, right? I mean, the NFL, Roger Goodell could call Congress right now and get an audience if he needed to. Roger Goodell could call the president and get an audience if he's got it right. The NFL is massive. One of the things the NFL and all of football has wrestled with, and it's really comical if you break it down. We as a human society, we just landed a spacecraft on Mars not long ago, right? We've got spacecraft that are flying out of our universe, right? Technology. Do you know how the NFL still measures for a first down?
The refs, right?
They have a chain attached to 2 poles. I mean, if you think about it, how barbaric is it that one guy holds one pole with a chain link 10 yards and another guy and Ben, I don't know if you thought this through and you're much younger than me, but this has been a laughing point. The NFL has tried for 8 million years to figure a different way, and they've tried. I haven't heard anything new on the latest year of micro. Ben, it appears that next year, all the money that's bet on the NFL, and if there's a big 4th and 1 tush push and the ball gets spotted, they're going to run 2 poles and a chain out, set them down, and that's going to be your official.
Yeah, there's definitely been some calls. There's definitely been some calls that, like, if you remember, like the Post-it note or whatever it was during that Cowboys game.
Like that.
Yeah, that was bad. That was definitely bad.
But I mean, nobody. Hey, they've tried over the years. There's been a bunch of things, theories, and they've tried them in preseason. But the NFL, they're now chipping the football, and they still can't figure out a better way, a more concise way. I mean, Ben, you got 2 54-year-old guys carrying poles, running out. You've got another guy. You know, they clip a little marker on the closest yard marker, and then they go. How barbaric is that? But the NFL cannot figure out a more concise way.
Yeah, I know they tried chip the chips in preseason. I think it just didn't work. Like it just didn't work.
Yeah, last year they said they're going to continue in preseason, but they came out and they slid. I remember Patrick and I were like aghast. A lot of people, what do you mean y'all have been trying this for 2 years secretively? But they can't. Think about it. Is there anything in the NFL, which is the ultimate American sport, right? I mean, money is no factor. Money is no factor in the NFL. No factor. But, Ben, they can't figure out how to eliminate 2 old guys holding 2 sticks with a 10-yard chain.
Doesn't hockey do it with, like, the little pucks with the chips?
I don't know.
Do it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that just hit me this morning. I was like, because, I know. I was messing around with the show, and it's a little early. It'll be about another month or so. College football and the NFL will come out with any new rules because they always come out like 4 or 5 months, 5 or 6 months. They'll say, okay, college football is going to try this, this, and this. And then the NFL will say, so I was kind of wondering, I go, are there any new rule? And I go, wait a minute. What about the chipped football that they said they've been experimenting with for years, right?
Yeah. They're just not accurate enough is what they say.
Is that what it says? You're reading it there? Yeah. Hey, but they're accurate enough to take your $100 if you bet on the Dolphins, and it may come down to a first down, non-first down. Hey, you're running out there. Your $100 is on that guy, that 80-year-old guy putting one pole down connected to a chain and another guy.
And the spot, too. You never know what spot they're going to give, obviously. Maybe I'm spots in the NFL.
Maybe I'm making too much. maybe I'm making too much out of that. I don't think we're going to have time today. I wanted to get into there's a nice ESPN article today about it takes the way too early college football preseason top 25 and it busts down the big game for each team. I don't think we're going to have time for this, but Ben, I want to go back to the NFL. I'm really curious, and it's going to happen. What I'm going to bring up is going to happen, and it's always a trade-off. You've got the NFL owners, and their counterpart is the NFLPA, right? The Players Association. They have supposedly equal power, and they have to agree when things are passed. I'm really interested to know. The owners won an 18th game. They play 17 games now, regular season. The owners won 18. That's been out there. That's been on the docket for 2 or 3 years. They're going 18. Now, the owners can't just say you're playing an extra regular season game. The owners want it for the money. The players are balking. right? The players are like, hey, the season's long enough. Now, it's the smart play for the players to balk because anytime the other side wants something, you should get something. I'm curious what the players are going to get. I think it'll just be extra time off in the off season.
And they're probably out of bye week. I think there'll probably be 2 bye weeks for the NFL if they do 18 games. I imagine.
But see, I don't think that is a benefit to the player. Don't care about a second bye week. The player's going to ask, you know how the player's schedule is mapped out. They have to, some mini camp is voluntary, some is mandatory. I think the players are going to say, hey, man, if you want us to play another week in the fall, instead of we have to report April 4th, we don't want to have to report until April 11th, or right? But I can't think of what else. Obviously, they're going to get a cut of the money. There'll be more. If there's one more game, there'll be more money. But I'm curious what the players are going to negotiate because nobody's just going to say, we want to play another game to help you owners out.
I mean,
what are they going to get?
Game already, it already doesn't really matter. I mean, Joe Milton was playing for the Patriots. Obviously, the Chiefs didn't have any other starters. It would just be the 18th game won't matter, and then the 17th game will.
But and I don't blame the NFL. I don't know if I'll be alive when this happens, but I don't blame the NFL. You keep as long as the money machine is spitting out money, don't you keep pushing the money machine?
Yeah, but eventually there's a stopping point. I think 18
right.
is a lot.
I agree. And that's where the players are going to argue, and then they're going to say 18 games. If you then the players push back, and why they're going to get a lot, whatever they decide they want to ask for. The players push back is then, wait a minute. If we are going to play an 18-game regular season, got to have a couple of off weeks, that's 20. Then if I play for a really good team and I go to the Super Bowl, I'm almost punished. I'm playing 26. Why am I punished? Well, they're going to get compensated. I wonder what they're going to ask for. Is it going to be money? I think they're going to ask for more time in the offseason. The hell with mini camps and mandatory this and mandatory that.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to push back the season. They'll probably move the season up, I imagine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's still, but Ben, there's still only 52 weeks. If you're playing 18 games, 2 off weeks, that's 2 playoffs, 3, 4. You still only have 52 weeks. That player is going to say, hey, if that's the case, I'm not showing up mandatorily or getting fined if I don't April, May. I want some free time. I think that's what they're going to ask. They're going to ask for something. They're not going to just say, let's play 18 games, pay us a little more money. They're going to ask for something.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, already doesn't really make much sense.
Now, a lot of people think what they're going to ask for is we only want one preseason game.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I mean,
just knock down one preseason game.
It's kind of important too, though. You have to see the players that you don't have.
But at some point, they got to say, hey, man, we can't also play. What are they down to? I think they're only down to 3 now. They're about to go to 2, I think. But
I think so.
We're not playing 2 preseason games, which means we have to be in camp early July. No. We're getting. They're going to ask for stuff, and they should ask for stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. They should ask for stuff.
And even if it's money, and money is money, we all know money's money. If you're the player, you also go, wait a minute, money's money, but I do have a short shelf life of playing this game. And the more games I play, the more risk I'm at. The more risk I'm at, I may not be around to collect the extra money. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be an interesting dynamic. But the you've heard the 18th game is coming, right?
Oh, it's definitely gonna come. I mean, everyone wants it, like as in owners.
And you do wonder where is too much.
Yeah, I think 16 was good, to be honest.
I'm with you. I was fine with 16. I still think 17 being an odd number is an awkward number, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be 16 or 18. I agree with that. 17.
I'm with you, but I think 16 was fine. I think 16 was. And again, as powerful as the NFL is, they can't add a 54th week to the calendar, right? I mean, there's 52 weeks, and man, you start. By the way, the Super Bowl now has drifted into almost that second week of February, that second Sunday. You know, when I grew up, I'm telling you, there was a 14-game regular season. The Super Bowl was played. It wasn't unusual for the Super Bowl to be played Sunday, January 8th, Sunday, January 9th. This thing is an entire month. Same with college football. College football, and I know we're up against the break. We'll take a break here in a second. College football for years, when they were still trying to play the student-athlete game, a lot of your college football people were going, wait a minute. These bowl games and all need to be knocked out by January 1st. We don't want to go into that January semester. No. We're not going in that. What is that? The spring semester, the winter? I don't know what semester that is. They didn't want to go. That, you know how you take your finals in December and you wrap up that semester?
Yeah.
College football was like, no. We don't want to be playing in January. But now look at college football. The national championship game, I think next year is like January 24th. And everything generally that the NFL does, college football follows. It really does. All right, Ben, let's take a break. Our buddy Trivia Pat, not to be confused with Patrick Young, Trivia Pat should be rolling in here, and we like to do our Tuesday trivia. Ben, take your smart pills. I may be leaning on you here. Take your smart pills. Let's come back, take a quick break, come back. We'll start getting the landing gear down, and we will start putting a bow on a fun, they're always fun here, Tuesday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. We're in the heart of Manning at Hurricane.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
All right, we continue a Tuesday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show from Hurricane Joint to Creek. We do it every Tuesday, deep in the heart of Mandarin. What a fun, this is Jacksonville. This is the heart of Jacksonville. Mandarin, good old development here right by the Joint to Creek Bridge. You know where Hurricane's at. It's on the end cap. Wonderful. Plenty of parking, front, back. Parking's never an issue, and parking is an issue a lot of times when you're trying to go to your favorite hangout, your favorite restaurant, your favorite bar, things like that. No issues in Mandarin. Man, pull in, have a great time, family, friends, date night, whatever it is, you can't go wrong at Hurricane Joint Creek. Our Tuesday home. I'm Terry Norvelle. Glad you're with us here. We take it till the top of the hour. Florida, Oklahoma Gators should win tonight in Gainesville. Florida's got Oklahoma tonight, LSU Saturday, Georgia midweek next week. Those should be – now, Georgia could get a little dicey. Georgia could be playing for a March Madness bid, but Florida should win those next three games. They beat South Carolina. They're in a bit of a catch your breath period of their schedule, and if they get any help from teams playing Auburn, from teams playing Alabama, Florida could really get right back in the mix. So Florida tonight, Oklahoma, Gators in Gainesville should win that ball game. I've proclaimed, I've said it. I've seen them all. I've seen college basketball. I've watched a million dribbles. I think Florida's the best team in the country. I think the Florida Gators, particularly on a neutral court, I think Florida's the best team in the country. I'm taking Florida to win the national championship. I don't care if they lock horns with Alabama somewhere in the tournament, Auburn somewhere in the tournament, Duke somewhere in the tournament. I think Florida can beat you and beat you in a number of ways. I like the Florida Gators. I'm on record. If you agree, disagree, that is fine. We're coming out of the NBA All-Star weekend game thing. Major League Baseball is about to start spring training. Major League Baseball will start first pitch opening day before long. Just gets you wondering. The All-Star game in the NBA supposedly was a disaster. Nothing went right. It was not much basketball played, a bunch of timeouts. It was just a mess. I didn't watch it, but the word is it was just a mess. You just wonder. The dunk contest has run its course. You can only do so much with a basketball and a 10-foot rim. There's only so much. And certainly you can bring props and cars and jump over people. That's silly. You wonder, sometimes things just run their course. And I will say the same thing about the home run derby. I mean, you can only do so much with the biggest, powerful Major League Baseball sluggers. You can only do so much putting them in a batter's box, having a pitching screen halfway to the mound, and a batting practice pitcher throwing 75-mile-an-hour soft toss right down the middle. There's only so much you can watch when a guy hits it, and he hits it, and he hits it. I think the biggest problem is 30, 40, 50 years ago, we didn't get to see guys dunk a basketball that often. There weren't that many games on television. It was special when you caught a game here and there, when you caught a big-time college game, an NBA game. Hell, the NBA Finals were on tape delay through the early 80s. I'll let you look that up. I'm going to say it again. The NBA Finals were on tape delay. If there was an NBA Final game tonight between, say, the Celtics in Los Angeles playing the Lakers, huge game. If this was 1979, 80, that game on the East Coast would have been on tape delay at 11:30 after your local news. Anyway, we've seen so many dunks. We've seen so many home runs. Back in the old day, it was a treat in the 80s and even through the 90s to watch the Barry Bonds in a home run derby and the Mark McGuires, and before that, the Hank Aaron's and the Willie McCoveys and the Willie Stargells and the Dave Parkers and the blah, 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 blah. I just don't think the excitement is there. Oh, look who's here. Look who is here. Is he ready to sit down? Are you ready to sit down? We've got Trivia Pat, entertainment games. He's stalling a little bit. I don't know what he's doing over there. It's like he's looking for some questions. He thinks he can stall. Oh, he's got some questions here. All right, let me call back to our studio. Big Ben Dobbins. This is your first trivia show, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think I produced one, but my mic wasn't working, so I couldn't even talk.
All right, how you feel? You feel smart?
I hope so.
All right, we got about 20 minutes. We like to play some trivia toward the end, and I'm not so sure if Trivia Pat, he's a little scared, it looks like. Trivia Pat, I mean, are you going to come play or not? This guy, he's ducking me. Am I too smart for him? She says maybe. The beautiful server here says maybe. All right. What are you? All right. What are you saying hi to everybody with me? He's ducking me. He's ducking me here. Oh, he's getting his knowledge juice is what he's getting. Oh boy, they're up to no good over. Ben, they're up to no good here. I think they're ganging up on me over here. He's getting his smart juice though. He's got a smart juice right there. Oh boy, I tell you, Ben, this is the problem when you're so smart like me, and I've wore this guy out so many times. Anyway, I've got one NFL question I'm gonna throw his way, and I've got a general knowledge question on this date in history. General knowledge question. Pat, get over here. The hell's going on? Do you think she's prettier than me? Do you think she's prettier than me? Come on, Pat. You can talk to her or to me. Thank you. Get her over here. Anyway, I've got two questions for him. So we have a lot of fun here on Tuesday. By the way, Entertainment, they do trivia 7 o'clock every Tuesday. So there's about an hour gap. We wrap things up, and Pat has a good time here. It's a good following. You can win a lot of house cash here, and we certainly appreciate being part of a busy Tuesday here at Hurricane Julington Creek. By the way, tomorrow in studio, Thursday, Neptune Beach. Come by, say hi. We will be set up at Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach. We did not have time to get to the AP Top 25 basketball poll. Florida is number 2. I think that's a big deal. Auburn being 1, Florida being 2. I think that's a big deal, and I get it. There's a March Madness tournament, so the tournament's going to supersede any polls. But when you're a non-blue blood basketball power, Auburn is not a blue blood basketball power. Florida has won 2 titles. Florida hasn't consistently been a basketball blue blood power. I think it's big for those type of programs to get ranked first or second. I think it's a big deal. It looks good for Florida to be sitting at number 2. It looks good for Auburn. Duke doesn't need it. North Carolina doesn't need it. Indiana's had it a million times. Kentucky's had it. UCLA over the year, blah, 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 blah. I think it's big. I think it's big for a program like Florida reestablishing itself. They're sitting in the 2-hole. Florida, the 2-hole. I think that is big. Again, it doesn't really matter because there is a tournament, so it doesn't matter the rankings, but I think it matters for Florida. It's the same thing as in football if Iowa State's ranked 1 or 2, or if Duke football is ranked high. It's big for Duke football. There you have it. So we got Pat there. It's kind of awkward. He's kind of ducking me right now. I mean, the guy's kind of ducking me right now. Huh? Sit down. The love of Pete. Jeez, 5:38. We get out of here at 6. I mean, am I that impressive? Huh? You are. Has your boss been saying, hey, why isn't this guy Terry running the whole show? Huh? What are you doing, man? How you doing? I got a couple questions for you. I got a couple questions, and Ben Dobbins is back in the studio. He's going to help on both sides.
Ben, how are you doing?
Can I throw a couple? Ben, how you doing?
Good. I'm
Ben,
doing
how you
good.
doing? All right, that's Ben.
I had my work phone on me.
Okay.
I'm here now.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, he's two phone guy, Mr. Important. I'm two phone guy. Oh, I hope it. Wow, I got so many calls. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to throw some stuff out to get us started. Okay, this date, on this date,
Yes.
1930, what was discovered in the sky?
Discovered in the sky.
And Ben, this is just to get us started. Ben, you can't look anything up, okay?
1930.
This date, February 18th, 1930, what major discovery was in the sky?
The Big Dipper?
Very good guess. Ben, you got anything? Very good guess, by the way.
I'm trying to think.
Ben, you got anything?
If he had a good guess, I imagine it's probably something in like Star Route.
Oh, maybe.
This date.
What if it's a planet, man? What if it's a planet?
Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, boys. Come on. I'm reeling you in. It's like a big mouth bass, both of you. Come on.
It's got to be like Mars.
Come on. Oh.
I'm going to go with Mars.
Oh. I'm going to give you a half a point. Ben and Pat, I'm going to give you a half a point. This date, 1930, Pluto was discovered. Clyde Tombaugh at the Arizona Observation Tower discovered the planet Pluto, and there's a spinoff to this.
Okay.
I knew this. I recall this. You guys were probably too young. I don't know what. I like Pluto. Don't you like Pluto?
I was fine with Pluto.
It's the smallest planet. It was the 9th planet discovered in 1930.
Yeah.
My man was just kind of, what the hell? That's I shall name it Pluto. And then, do you remember what happened in 2006?
They named it
They reclassified it as a dwarf. It's no longer a planet.
Yeah.
It's a dwarf planet. What the hell did Pluto do? The hell, Ben? What the hell? I like Pluto.
Not a planet.
Yeah. Is that why? Was it too small?
Yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah. So how about that? Pluto, 1930. That's a short shelf life for a planet, right?
I know.
1930, 2006, you're a dwarf. You're not even a planet anymore. Poor Pluto. Right? I have one more, guys. This is just a round number. I'll give you 20 either side, over or under, and I'll give you 20. We just wrapped up the Super Bowl. I believe that was 59, Super Bowl number 59.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that's how old the NFL is. That's just how old the Super Bowl is.
Right.
What season was just wrapped up by the NFL? And I will say this, college football is much older than NFL football.
What season?
What number season? 59 was the Super Bowl, but they played a lot of years before they designated Super. What year? We just wrapped up season number what? And I'll give you 20 on either side. 20 on either side. Ben, you want to take a stab, or Pat? Either one.
20s?
And by the way, college football is over 150 years old.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that? College football is much older than the NFL.
Ben, what do you got?
Ben, what do you got? Take a number.
The Dolphins were as a team in 1966, so obviously older than that. Pretty sure Bears were
Nice. I like where you're going. They were one of the originals. Give me a number.
I'm just going to give you 100.
100. Very nice. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Ben.
You know what? You both nailed it, man. 105. We just wrapped up NFL season 105. Obviously, 59 Super Bowls, because the Super Bowl kind of, once they merged, it became the Super Bowl. There were NFL championship games.
Yeah.
And what? And don't quote me on this, guys, but the Packers, the Bears, some of the original 1920 and stuff. They started, way back. But 105 years the NFL. And, buddy, it is the dominant sports.
Some people have seen or are alive for all of that.
How about that?
How
about that?
People, yeah.
Yeah, like there's people on the Social Security. Have you seen that? They're uncovering Social Security payments Have you seen that, Ben?
Yeah, I know.
We got a bunch of people in our country that are over 150 years old still getting payments.
There's
For the
people
love of
300 years
Yeah.
old getting payments.
All right, you got anything for us?
I do.
Look at Ben. Ben's smart now. He's
got
smart.
a lot of questions for Ben. Ben, where are you right now?
In studio.
Your studio?
He's studio producing.
Oh, you're okay. You're producing.
He's
Okay.
hitting all the buttons. He's hitting all the buttons.
Who's the producer that's too afraid to come on the screen?
Casey's off today and yesterday, and,
Okay.
and Casey's our Monday, Tuesday guy, and then Zach is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
But you're intimidating, man. You're intimidating. Everybody want to just jump on with smart pants over here. You know, there's hot pants and there's smart pants.
Ben, are you from Miami or
No, I'm
what's
from Orlando.
Don't get us started. He's Orlando, Miami, but he lives in
My
Jacksonville.
dad was a Dolphin fan.
That was the dog. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Respect.
Here we go.
Watch
Respect.
them, unfortunately.
All right,
Here we go.
Ben, I'm going to throw you one of Terry's favorites,
Okay.
geography.
And Ben, we're on the same team here now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You two are working
Geography.
together.
Everybody hates
Now,
geography.
he'll take credit for all the answers.
Yeah,
the right
it's a dumb question. I can just tell. I can already tell it's a dumb question.
All right. What 3 U.S. states
That's a bad question.
each contain a portion of Yellowstone National Park?
All right, Ben. Montana.
Okay.
Let's say one of the Dakotas.
I mean, it could be both. Is it over?
What about Colorado? No, Colorado.
It would be South Dakota.
So I'll help you out. It's neither of the Dakotas.
Okay.
All
so
right.
then it would
I
be-
didn't say that.
so it's
I
either-
didn't say that. Why are you jumping all on the Dakotas,
so
man?
it's either south of it or west of it, Montana.
So let's go with Colorado. Montana, obviously.
Yeah.
It's in,
So,
right?
I don't know.
Throw two more. Throw
Pretty
two
sure.
more. How about Wyoming?
One more. You
Uh,
guys have got 2.
Montana, Wyoming. Ben, can
Then
you
you're
step
probably
in
right,
and
Colorado.
help?
You're probably right with Colorado. I imagine if it's
Colorado.
that way.
Idaho.
Idaho. Ben's got a loss. That's one loss for Ben. I'm not
See,
taking that.
Ben, I warned you.
Ben, I gave you
That's
2.
fine.
For
That's
God's
fine. That's
sakes,
fine.
can
He
you
did
get
give
one?
me 2. I can't argue with this one.
Jeez. JU education right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ben. I can only give you 2. I was counting on a UNF education to give us one answer.
Oh, Ben.
He's a UNF guy.
It was
That's not the
west of
Harvard
Montana.
of the South, Ben. That's
Ben, have you ever heard the
Terry
Harvard
will
of the South?
tell you.
Yeah.
It's not the Harvard of the South.
Bad start, Ben. Off to a bad start.
All right.
What was the answer?
Wyoming, Montana, Idaho.
Montana.
It was west, so it's
What
like
Ben
in that-
say?
I said
Ben said
Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, you.
Colorado's not even in the
I was just
hemisphere.
sticking with you. You know. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's south of
Colorado's.
Wyoming.
They're not even in the right hemisphere or anything,
South of-
right?
It's south of
I
Wyoming.
think Colorado's on Pluto, for God's sakes.
It's on a dwarf planet? Okay.
The dwarf planet. He's guessing
Um,
Colorado.
All right. I'll get you back on track with sports.
Oh, we hate sports. God.
Who has won the most NFL regular season MVP awards?
Ben, what do you think? Is it too obvious to say Tom Brady? What do you think, Ben?
Probably. I mean, dude,
NFL.
How many win?
He's Tom Brady.
It's not. I'll tell you, it's not Tom.
It's probably not. It's definitely older. It's old.
Joe Montana.
I was thinking it, but all right, well, no. He said no. Is it
I
a quarterback?
Quarterback.
We've already missed. Who? Terry Bradshaw. No? Man, we've blown this.
You guys,
I'm going to put an L.
Way more recent. You guys, Tom Brady's the same generation of quarterback.
It can't be
Is it
Peyton Manning, can it?
Yeah, is it Peyton?
Peyton.
Peyton
Yeah,
Manning?
Peyton Manning.
The guy wins nothing. Guy won nothing.
Yo, he won 2 Super Bowls.
Did he win 1 Super Bowl or 2?
2.
How many times did he beat the Florida Gators in 4 years at Tennessee?
Probably not.
He's
zero.
0 for
He's
4,
zero,
Bob.
yeah.
He won 2. He
It
won
was-
one with
it
Denver
was-
and one with the Colts.
Yeah, it was T Martin that won
Yeah.
that beat the Gators, right? And then
So how about that? Peyton Manning didn't deserve that many MVP.
5 of them.
He won 5 MVPs.
5 MVPs, yeah.
What?
Rogers is second with 4. I was thinking.
Okay, I'm
Rodgers, but I
okay
thought
with
that was
that. You know, it's a
close.
team.
I don't think
It's a team sport. I'm okay with
I
that.
don't think Aaron deserves that many.
I'm okay with that. How many's he got?
Yeah, but I
Rogers
think
got.
he got the 2 back to back. I remember that obviously. That was
Okay.
recent.
All right. And I heard he left them both out in the woods somewhere. The actual trophies are out in the woods
cabin.
somewhere. He got them. He had no light. Couldn't see them. He just left them.
All right.
All right. So we're 1 and 2, I think. Is that right? Ooh. Ben. What?
one's
Are
on
you
me.
with me or against Ben? Are you with me or against me here? What are we doing here, Ben?
We'll,
God,
we'll,
thanks.
we'll stick with sports.
Paying you $12 for this show, for God's sake.
What? Ben, talk to me, man. We'll get you. We'll get you more money. Okay?
Shut your filthy mouth. He's well paid for his answers right now. I promise you that.
What jersey number does Lionel Messi wear for the MLS?
Oh, Ben, you're a soccer guy.
Inter Miami.
No.
Ben, you're a soccer
Miami.
guy.
No, I'm kidding. I can't. No.
Ben, you're a soccer guy. Ben, come on.
Well,
Lionel
10
Messi
would be my guess, but it's probably not.
He guesses 10. I'm going to guess 3.
Ben is correct. 10.
10. All right, we're going with Ben. We're 2-2. Good job, Ben. That's my man right there.
Sure that's the jersey number he wears usually. I just thought it was.
Ben, high five. Oh. Ben, high five right there. Boom.
All right.
2-2. That was easy.
Art.
Ben, step in here, my man.
No.
I don't know if you're aware, Ben. Terry is a man of sophistication.
Artsy fartsy.
He's debonair. Okay.
Dashing and debonair.
Which famous artist painted the famous mural painting, The Last Supper?
All right, Ben, we're just talking louder here. Okay. Michelangelo. David was the sculpt. I think we're going to go with Michelangelo.
Da Vinci.
Leonardo
da Vinci.
Yeah. Aren't they the same guy? Are they really different guys?
Yeah, I think
seriously.
So.
All right, we're taking a loss.
Change.
Has anybody ever seen Da Vinci and Michelangelo in the same room at the same time? I think they're the same guy.
I don't know.
They're the same guy.
I don't know.
Ben, are they not the same guy?
I have no clue. I don't
one's
know
throwing
anything
mud
about
on a ceiling. One's painting things. One's sculpting a nose. One's doing the Mona Lisa or whatever. We're taking a loss. That's a bad question, by the way.
Well, we're gonna go back to sports.
Oh, we hate sports, don't we, Ben?
I like sports.
What team did the Philadelphia Eagles defeat when they won their first Super Bowl?
On the that little pass, that little trick play in the end zone. Remember what they call that? The Philly special.
The footlong or something?
The Philly special. Shut your filthy mouth. Who did they beat? Was that New England they beat that year? New England.
Yes.
All right, we're back 3-2. My man, that's my man Ben right there.
Right.
Ben, you're hanging on by a thread right now, my man. When you miss a question.
Hey,
okay.
That one was easy. The sports one,
Okay.
I could do. I got it.
Let me get the countdown here.
TV.
Oh, no.
Television.
What was the name of the father played by Kurtwood Smith in the TV sitcom That 70s Show?
I rarely watch that show with Ashton Kutcher, and I
You
rarely.
guys, as soon as you hear his name, you guys.
And you're asking for his character name?
Yep.
Ben, if you know, I rarely watch that show. I would
never
stop
watched
to
that
see
show.
the cute girls every few minutes, but I never watched it. I'll take an L. What was it?
Red Foreman.
His name was Red. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just never watched that show. It was a good show, I think,
All
right?
I'm asking some bad questions.
It was.
here.
You are.
Okay,
I mean,
ready to go.
are you?
Ben, I'm sorry.
I'm embarrassed for you.
This
We
is
had 3
embarrassing.
minutes.
Okay.
Ben, we're 3-4 right now.
All right.
I've
We're going to
never
stick with
watched
TV.
Have I ever lost?
No.
I don't think I've ever
No.
lost. No pressure, Ben.
How
No
many
pressure.
different colored feathers are there on the NBC Peacock logo?
Oh, that's a great question. We're talking amongst ourselves. 5 or 6, probably. 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
I would think
What do you think, Ben?
five.
Or
I
7 or
thought
8.
I thought
9 or 10.
is that a
12,
lot?
20.
That's way. I think obviously way too much. I'll go with 5 with you.
We're going to go with 5.
I think. Yeah.
God almighty, stupid question. All right.
That would've-
Sometimes you're 3 and 6.
I'm sorry.
No,
man,
we're
I'm
3 and
trying.
5.
I took
3
the
and 5. 3
50-50.
minutes to go.
I thought,
Yeah,
I
Ben,
thought
that's
6
nothing
was
wrong
too
with that,
many.
buddy. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a stupid question. Nobody cares about peacocks and their stupid feathers.
All right.
I was-
Back to sports.
They're beautiful animals, by the way.
I'm looking for a chain of restaurants that has John Daly as a social media influencer
I know this one. You know this one?
and is the official sponsor of both him and his son.
Hooters.
Yes.
Hooters. Yes, sir.
Yes, great.
Nothing hits.
Great establishment.
All right. 4 and 5. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Ben, we're counting it down, baby.
Yep.
Come on, Ben.
We got
Come
this.
on, Ben. And down the back stretch they come.
Two
How
more,
many
two more.
stars are on the official flag of Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Our friends to the south.
Yes.
Part of our country. I should know this.
Yes.
And I can see that flag. It's kind of like a red, a little blue, a little white. And Ben, what do you? Any guess, Ben? 1 star?
Probably not. I mean, would it be a question if it was 1 star? You know, how many stars?
We are Puerto
He did say
Rico.
how
How
many
about
stars too? He didn't say how many star.
say that again, Ben?
He said how many stars. You know, there got to be more than 1, right?
Hang on.
I don't think it's many though. I think
It's
it's
probably not.
maybe 2 or 3. It's somewhere between 2 and 3, we think. Ben, break the tie.
Oh no! Last time, do you really want me to do this? Last time I said
Ben, I
5.
do, Ben.
Well,
I do.
Can't be.
What do you think?
2. Got to be 2.
2. We're going with 2.
1. There's
Oh,
one
it was
star.
1. I brought you off.
Can we
that.
roll the tape?
He said how many stars. He said how many stars, not how many star.
All right.
What's he mumbling? I don't get what he's mumbling.
I have 1 minute and 15
we're
seconds.
4 and 6. Ben, God of money, Ben.
Who was?
Ben, you're down to $10 for today. $10.
I'm sorry, Ben. This
It's
is
fine.
child labor laws right now.
Shut your filthy mouth right now.
I'm holding.
Who
out my
was
contract.
the most recent non-quarterback to win NFL MVP?
I like that question a lot. Let's talk about
Pretty
Derrick Henry.
No.
Let's talk about did Derrick Henry go 2,000 yards and get it? Did
I don't think so. I think it's LT, right? LaDainian Thompson, right?
way back then?
I don't think. I mean, I might be wrong.
You're in the same generation of running backs.
It wasn't
So
Derrick Henry with 2,000
No,
yards.
no.
Not LT. So it wasn't LT.
think
We got
CJ
30
2K
seconds.
was
Oh my
one.
God. Who's the running back? Marshall Falk?
No, that's too old. I think, right?
Yeah, too old.
Too old.
Help. 18.
I don't think
17.
it's CJ2K,
Vikings.
is it? Chris Johnson?
Oh, Vikings. Adrian Peterson.
Oh, it's
Yes,
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson. I'm going to give us a loss. I'm just going to say we lost 4
7.
to 6.
Ben,
Good stuff.
easy, man.
7 o'clock. This guy trivia right here. Thanks to everybody at Hurricane Join the Creek. We'll be back next Tuesday. Have a great.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 14.